Life has a way of showing us that people come and go. We connect, we bond, and we invest emotionally. But what happens when those bonds break? When someone you care about no longer shares the same space in your life, or when you realize they never truly cared like you did? You might wonder, how do I stop caring? Or can I detach without losing myself? This is where Stoicism, especially the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, can help. The Stoics didn't teach us to avoid emotions, but to master them. Emotional detachment isn't about becoming cold. It's about regaining control and peace. It's about feeling without letting those feelings control your life. Before we dive into the 5 Stoic rules, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more insights on emotional growth. Let's explore how you can detach without losing who you are. Rule 1. Letting go. Embrace life's constant flow. There's a truth we all need to face. Nothing lasts forever. No connection, no matter how deep, is permanent. The moment you really grasp this, you start living in the present. Think of it like fish in water. The deeper the water, the more the fish stay close to you. But as the water gets shallow, the fish start to drift away. It's the same with connections. The deeper the bond, the more it stays rooted. The more we try to control or hold on to something, the quicker it slips away, like fish that swim off when the water becomes shallow. I've felt this myself. I had a friendship that lasted over 10 years. We shared everything, our dreams, our fears, those endless late-night talks. But over time, things changed. No matter how hard I tried to keep it alive, the emotional distance grew. I found myself holding on to someone who wasn't holding on to me anymore. It felt heavy, like I was carrying a weight that wasn't mine to bear. It wasn't until I accepted that this connection had run its course that I was able to let go. And that release? It felt like a burden was lifted, like the weight of holding on to something that no longer served me had disappeared. Marcus Aurelius would have said the same thing. Life is impermanent. Connections have their seasons. When you embrace this, you suffer less when things come to an end. People come, people go, and that's okay. The deeper the connection, the more you cherish it. But when it's time to let go, don't fight it. Rule 2. Control your thoughts. Free your heart. We often think our emotions control us. Pain, sadness, anger, especially when we're attached to someone. But here's the truth. Emotions are not reality. They're simply a product of how we think and interpret events. Marcus Aurelius believed we're not at the mercy of our emotions. Our emotions are at the mercy of our thoughts. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When emotional turmoil hits, ask yourself, what are the facts? Take a breakup, for example. You're replaying every moment, wondering why it happened, or how they moved on so easily. But instead of letting your emotions take over, focus on the facts. The truth is, they haven't responded, but your mind is creating the story around it. Marcus Aurelius taught us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your emotions are a mirror of your internal dialogue. So when emotions rise, pause and ask, are my thoughts empowering me or keeping me stuck? I've been there too. A friend stopped responding, and I panicked, convinced they were upset. But when I took a step back, I realized nothing had happened. It was my thoughts making the storm. Remember, focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, and you'll find peace in the chaos. Rule 3. Embrace the power of loss. I know you're terrified of losing what you love. You hold on to people, moments, and dreams like they're all that matter. The fear of losing them, of one day waking up and finding them gone, that fear controls you. But here's a truth you may not want to hear. Nothing lasts forever. No matter how hard you hold on, it will slip away. But what if the key to peace isn't holding on tighter? What if it's letting go before you're forced to? I know it sounds crazy, but Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics didn't teach us to avoid pain. They taught us to face it. Imagine the loss before it happens, not to invite it, but to reduce its power when it inevitably comes. Take a moment. Think about someone you can't imagine living without. A friend, a partner, a family member. Now picture your life without them. I know it hurts. It feels like a punch to your gut. But stay with that feeling. That's the point. By imagining the loss, by confronting the pain in your mind, you're preparing yourself. And when the real loss comes, whether through distance, change, or even death, it won't blindside you. The truth is, loss is inevitable. It's a part of life. And when you stop pretending that everything will last forever, you stop clinging to things out of fear. You stop living in panic, trying to control what you can't. You start appreciating what you have in the moment, knowing that it won't last forever. I've been there. I was once consumed by the fear of losing someone, holding on so tightly that it hurt. But when I practiced this, when I imagined the loss, it didn't make me heartless. It made me stronger. I could love deeply without fear. And when the relationship ended, I was ready. Not because I wasn't hurt, but because I wasn't shattered. I had already prepared myself. Rule 4, beyond the storm. Embrace the bigger picture. When you're in the middle of emotional turmoil, whether it's from a breakup, a fight, or any tough situation, it's easy to feel consumed by it. Everything feels so urgent, so overwhelming. But here's the truth. Those feelings are just fleeting moments in the vastness of time. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, taught us to step back and see the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this pain matter in 5 years? Will this person define my entire existence? By shifting your focus to a broader perspective, you realize that much of your distress is temporary. It's not about avoiding your feelings, but understanding that you're not defined by them. In relationships, it's easy to get lost in someone else's presence or absence. We start thinking that our happiness depends on them. But life is constantly changing, and relationships, no matter how important, are just one chapter in your journey. You are your own person, and your happiness comes from within, not from anyone else. It's hard to see this when you're in pain, but remember, you've survived emotional storms before. You've made it through moments that felt like the end of the world. Think back to those times when you thought you couldn't go on. You healed, you grew stronger. I remember a breakup that shattered me. I couldn't see the future without that person, and the pain felt unbearable. But over time, I started reflecting on the bigger picture. I realized that while they were important, they weren't the whole story of my life. They were a part of my journey, not the definition of it. The Stoics knew that nothing is permanent. Everything, people, situations, emotions, is transient. What matters is how we respond to these inevitable changes. Rule 5. Focus on what you can control. Stoic teaches us one of the most powerful lessons in Stoicism, that we have the ability to control only one thing, ourselves. When life feels chaotic and relationships drain you, it's easy to get lost in trying to control things you can't. But this is where Stoicism reminds us to focus on what's within our control, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. Let go of the uncontrollable. Think about it. How many times have you tried to change someone else's feelings or behaviors? Maybe you bent over backward for them, tried to make them see your worth, only to end up feeling frustrated and powerless. The truth is, you can't control other people's actions. You can't make someone love you or act the way you want them to. All you can control is how you respond to them. When you stop trying to control things outside your influence, something incredible happens. You regain your power. You stop depending on someone else's actions to determine your emotional state. You choose how you feel, and in doing so, you protect your inner peace. Embrace your power. So, the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by someone else's behavior, remember this: you can't change them, but you can change how you react. When you focus on what you can control, your own emotions, your own peace, you reclaim your power. And that's the true freedom that Stoicism teaches us. Life is unpredictable and people come and go, but Stoicism reminds us that we have the power to control our own responses, emotions and actions. When you focus on what you can control, you begin to reclaim your peace and power, no matter what life throws your way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to grow.